Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanics. So, I think it's this high? Okay, hold on. I gotta look something up. It is. It isn't? Oh, jeez. This thing's gonna be a hell of a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Is this... Okay, it's only 3 blocks across. So I can cut one of these off, because there we go, 3x3s. Did I do that right? I think I did that right. Okay, here we go. So yeah, welcome back to Scrap Mechanics. I'm still working on this thing, and honestly, I'm probably going to be working on this thing for the next episode or two. Just because, you know, I do want to make a fun transforming car. I'd like to actually transition over to some more complicated builds. I've had a number of people say that they like solo episodes because I'm not afraid to do harder things. And it's true, I actually really do enjoy doing solo episodes more sometimes, because it is really fun to sit down and just do solo stuff along the way. It's enjoyable to me to sit down, do solo stuff, not have to think about a challenge for anything. I mean, I have to think of something to build, but honestly, that's easier, because part of my problem with my friends, not that I have like actual problems with them, but, you know, I don't want to ask them to be like, hey, let's make something hugely complicated. Because part of the reason why I do stuff with my friends is because I want us to, like, do kind of a group activity. You know, replicate a game type in what we're doing. And it's less fun if we're just building freely. I think we'll do that anyway. Like, honestly, we haven't done a free build in a very, very long time. Because I'm always trying to think of interesting challenges to do along the way. And you know what? Maybe that gets a little bit on the dull side. Alright, let's see if this even works. Alright, so initial testing says this works, but we need to get rid of some of these things. Specifically, these blocks here, at the very least, need to be replaced with low collision blocks. Mega Man remix. I always love Mega Man remixes. The only problem is these blocks do show up just a little bit differently. Okay, so we need to rethink how these things animate together, because this is a problem and can be fixed pretty easily if I just think about it for a second. Let's bring it back to the launch pad. I think I cleaned it up so there's like nothing left, right? Pretty much. I'll get rid of the ultra heavies. We don't need them anymore, and then we'll go from there. Okay, but yeah, no, I don't know. I'd feel not guilty, but I don't want to force my friends to do stuff that is going to be very hard and time consuming and kind of thankless, because then we're gonna end up spending like 3-4 hours on, well, kind of nothing. But still, okay. So we've got to figure out how to. We got to figure out how to get these out. So let's get rid of this lift. I guess the easiest way I can see, is this the thing that's programming everything? Okay, I'm just going to turn off all programming. I can figure out everything when we're done. With these new pieces, we gotta figure out how to get it to slide out much more smoothly. So the reason why I added these new pieces is, otherwise we're going to end up with this, like, I guess it would have been closer to, like, a legit turtle shell. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but would have been a little weird. Because I want this to be a sphere. Sphere. It's going to be what? D20? I think it's a D20. There's 10 sides on this, right? 1, 2, 3, 8 plus... Yeah, I think it is a D20. Okay, something like that. I'm bad at these. 6, 4, 8. It's more than that. Whatever. D30? 32? I don't remember. I'm not good with dice and counting. I woke up like a little while ago. Okay. So we need these. We need 3 and 5 on both sides to go up by 90. as the first action. So let's make sure that they're, oops, 3 and 5. To go up by 90. So we want to flip this. That should work. 3, 5. So the reason why we want to do this... Oh, let's get rid of these, otherwise we're going to have issues. I'll fold out the wheels at a later date. Right now they can just sit there. Okay. So if I hit this... Uh-oh. Okay, so this one works. This one doesn't. Why? Okay. That works now. I'm starting to get the feeling bearing rotation is made out of nothing but bullshit magic and fairy sparkles. Okay. So they both do that. Next. 4. Let's see. Next, we have 4. Probably go out 90. On both sides. Uh-oh. This is doing something that I don't know what it's doing. Okay, we need to get a seat in here. I'm just gonna put an invisible seat right here so I can get into this thing way more easily. Okay, so this goes up. Yeah, so the biggest problem with all of this is looking at it now, while this works, well, this technically works with a given situation. Actually, let's hold on. Okay. So the biggest issue is I actually can't have them go out 90 like this. Also, it broke again. Why did it break again? It was fine. So that one worked. Oh. It's because they're still colliding with each other. Okay, hold on. We gotta rethink a couple of things here. So for starters, we actually can't have it expand out this much. These can't go up to 90. So let's have them just go up to 45 on both sides, and let's nix this one. The reason why I can't have it go up to 90 is because it's going to collide with whatever I've got in the upper segment. And I don't have anything up there yet. I don't even know what I'm going to do with the upper segment yet. Alright. Is that... Alright, that should be perfect. So now we've got, we've more or less got to smoothly have this rotate over without going too high. That's not going to work. Okay, fine. Let's have him go past 90. Let's go to like 105. I'll just have to make sure that there's room in here. Is 105 as far as it's going to go? Yeah, it looks like it. Here's a question. If we have... Let's just have 4 go 15 degrees. At the same time, 5 needs to go 15... Not, is it 5? Or 3 needs to go an additional 15. Or negative 15. Okay. So this way, we get... Okay, so this goes negative 15. This goes 15. Okay. So what we actually want to do is have that more or less do 45. Maybe 45? Okay. One of these is doing it wrong. You. I really need to put this thing on stilts or something. Let's do that. There we go. Okay. So yeah, if I have this thing on stilts, maybe we can figure out what the issue is. Uh-oh. Didn't make you go down far enough. There we go. Alright. Oh yeah, it reminds me. Somebody in the last last video had asked me to make stuff out of the Minecraft blocks. Let me show you why I'm never gonna do that. Alright, so there's one. There's two. There's three. Okay, let's put them together side by side. This is why I'm never gonna make anything out of these Minecraft blocks. For whatever reason, they've got lighting baked in, and it's awful. Or maybe it's not baked in, but the lighting is like weirdly dramatic. Like if you notice the lighting on all of these kind of meshes well together and it gives you a smooth surface. For whatever reason, the Minecraft blocks don't do that. And they look terrible. Huh. Why is one of these worse than the other? I don't know. Have I done anything with 6 yet? Haven't done anything with 6 yet on either side. So what did I mess up here? Are both 4s rotating in the same direction? Yes, they are. I really wish I could flip bearings or something like that here. Okay, fine. Let's lower the speed on these down to painful. And let's see if we can figure out what's going wrong. One is going and doing everything at the same time. And we're getting some weird... Okay, so there's something wrong with you. Oh. Of course there is. Huh. Okay, there we go. Turns out in my efforts to fix things, I had bungled one part of it. Okay, while we're at this, we should probably have 5 go negative 15. Okay. So let's try this again at ultra slow painful speeds. Programming these things sucks. Half a mind to actually replace all of my blocks with low collision. I might have to move my seat and shit. Alright. Yeah, because the problem is it's kind of snapping outwards. I mean, here's the thing. I could actually take the suspension glitch and the superstructure and whatnot and move it to the top. It might not be a bad idea, actually. Yeah, let's get rid of the engine. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of all of this stuff because we have no use for it right now. And we have a lot more room internally than I thought. The less collision we have to deal with, the better. And this seems like a good idea, given everything. Okay. We'll have room for everything somewhere in here. We just gotta get it working. Okay. Alright. So while this is going on... do we have the 5s go negative 15? I guess you did. Okay. Let's have 3. Let's have 3 only go negative 30 here. Never mind. Let's have it go negative 60. Okay. I should probably slap that invisible seat just right there for the time being. Alright. So, it is splitting apart, but it's not undoing the rotation properly. So if I do another negative... if anything, that made it worse. Huh? Oh, the problem is it can't... it might not have the power to undo it? Or... I don't get it. Maybe I should have... okay, is it currently symmetrical? I think it is. Okay, let's just go on to the next stage. Let's have everything, let's have everything go down. So let's have 5 go the rest of the way down, and 4 go the rest of the way up, and go from there. Maybe. So 5 would be negative 90. Oh. Oh. Maybe we don't have it do this. Maybe we have it go positive? Let's see if I can have it undo. Uh-oh. Well, this is mad bork. Alright, let's see if I can have it spread apart properly. There we go. Okay, so first and foremost, let's not have it do any of this. There we go. Alright, so not having number 5 do anything actually is probably the best given the situation. And this is negative 60. To associate. Okay. It does seem to collide with the tires a little bit over the course of this. But the tires are kind of okay. I think. I mean, the other option is we split this up, so it goes... negative 30, negative 30. And then same on this side. Maybe that would solve the problem. Just smooth it out a bit. I don't want too many collisions in here. No, it's doing it anyway. I guess really once we get out to this point, 3 can be rotated up a little bit even further. Alright, so let's make this negative 75, and make this 45. Huh. I don't know if it's working. It's doing some weird stuff. Like, the weird part is the bearings don't look like they're properly functioning. Like, they're not rotating the way... Oh, it's because they're weird and opposite. Okay. So doing what I just did seems to have only made it worse. So let's drop this down to 45. Let's bring this up to 60, maybe. Because maybe that'll work. Because I don't mind it if it gets a little unstable. Okay, there we go. So, little collision with the tires, which is kind of preferable given the situation. Now, what do we do? I guess now's the point where we have everything extend out weirdly. Let's see. So we want to have 5, 4, and 3 pretty much finish their route to... being 180, yes? No, this one probably needs to zero out. And the others need to go up. Let's try that. Okay. That looks like what we're going for. So 3 zeros out, 4 and 5 go up to 180. Okay. So this way, it's expanded out. Then 3 goes negative 90? Either this is going to mess up real bad. Oh, yeah. It goes positive 90. So in that case, why don't we actually have it... Okay. What if I just have it go, like, plus 30? It might be busted. Yeah, I think it's colliding with itself. Alright. Let's see. Where's the entrance? There's the entrance. Okay, so it goes out here. And then there's that. Okay. Shit, what was the angling? Just positive 30. Okay. So this gives us a bit of a high center of gravity-ish, but I'm not entirely sure if this thing's center of gravity is the main concern. So at this point, all we'd want to do, maybe, is lower things down. So if we have... everything... I mean, I could just leave it even. Could work. Probably be fine. Okay. At this stage in the game, though, where this goes, we can have the wheels pop out. I'll have them pop out right here. There we go. So we should be able to drive. Now, obviously, I don't have an engine and I don't have any suspension in this, so I can't actually drive, but I could. I totally forgot to add the extra upper parts here, but this does give me a much smoother. You know, I forgot to add the extra parts to the shell here. Yesterday, which I feel kind of dumb about, but whatever. All right. At least it's nicely fluid, doesn't get stuck on anything, and we really do actually have a fair amount of space for a suspension glitch. If and when we need one, which I'll probably just extend it over. Ooh, can't do. Unless I have the whole thing on suspension, but that's kind of risky. Because, yeah, the problem is, these expand straight through where I'd be running that suspension. Unless I have nothing but low collision blocks... running from the lower area. Yeah, I guess we'll do it, and we'll hook it under. Okay, now if I have... I'll have the 6s go down by just 15 degrees. Or, no, we want them to go the other way by 15 degrees. Alright, that looks good. So we want 5 to be a little bit past 180. Have it be 30. And then we have 4 go back 30. Nope, never mind. We want 4 to go a little bit further. Okay, there we go. So let's get the exact numbers here. We want 30, 150, 105, 15. 30, 150, 105, 15. I don't know why I'm having it crinkle like this. Just looks fun. Okay, and then we need 3 to do a little bit more? No, a little bit less. Okay. Yeah, this lowers the center of mass just by a little bit. And also brings it in, but mainly it just looks a little bit nicer. Okay. So let's get the, I wish I hadn't deleted the suspension glitch that I had just made. In retrospect, we kind of needed that. It gets slower when I lift it off the ground, but that's okay. Alright, perfect. So now, let's get that suspension glitch back in here. I guess I never needed to delete it. Maybe the only reason why we were having collision issues was because of the, the seat in the engine, which I can easily move to pretty much wherever I want. I think I'm going to make this entire thing out of low collision blocks, except for the actual... except for the actual collision bits. Okay, and where are those? I hate having to rebuild stuff on camera. That part isn't very fun, but it's one of those where it's kind of necessary. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this. We're going to move the switch a little bit more internally. I don't entirely know where, but still. Yeah, I don't know if I can do this. In retrospect. It should work. I just got to make sure these tires don't collide with the glitch along the way. Okay, button. Guess we did need a button after all. Okay, problem is, where do I put it? I guess we can have buttons lining the sides here. They're pretty minimal. Okay. Button 1, button 2, and realistically I could replace one of these blocks with a seat, but I think for the time being I'll just have it be this seat. Okay. No collision? Okay, yeah, so it's colliding a little bit more with the suspension glitch. Let's just move it up one. Instead of having these issues, if I just have it moved up by 1, that should solve the problem, right? Littering my builds here. Okay, there we go. So I'll have it. I don't know why I'm gonna have it do this, apart from the fact that visually it makes me happier. Okay. There we go. Really do not have enough space on my bar for all of these blocks. I really do hope that somehow they add, like, extras somewhere. Jeez, I don't even know where they do that. Well, that's a problem for, like, Durf or other people to maybe mod on, too. That could work. I don't know how I'm gonna get this thing to look right. But that's... okay. That's okay. We still gotta figure out how to get the top on this thing, and I've already spent half an hour just rebuilding what I've already done to fit the new dimensions. I am sorry, guys, that this thing is taking so long to build. But it'll be worth it in the end. Maybe? I don't know. Actually, really don't know. This is probably one of the lamer things that I've ever built. I'll have to have spikes on it and stuff. I don't know. It's just fun. And this will make building whatever transforming nonsense in the future. That will make it that part so much easier. Alright. So let's try this again. Let's see. Is there any collision? There is a small amount. From where? What's causing this issue? Like, it seems to be fine, but it's not. Is it these blocks? I'm gonna get rid of these ramps here. They're the only no collision thing that I've got running the entire way. It's not transforming smoothly. Which is super concerning. Okay. Let's try the other method. Uh-oh. So I can't have blocks here. I'm gonna get rid of these for a second. I want to try something. So, interesting point about this game. The suspensions have no collision, period. Sort of. So you can technically have things attached to things via collisions. Now, I have no idea what happens when you put a suspension glitch on this, so I should probably save this. But this is one way we can have a floating, I guess, inner structure, without having to worry about collision issues. Alright, so let's put these here. I guess this thing has to be on a lift, otherwise I'm not going to be able to weld them together. They don't need to they don't need to be together, necessarily. But it makes my life easier. Okay. We need smaller suspensions here. And we'll be good. Okay. Wrap it all around. And perfect. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna put the buttons here so I stop deleting them. We've got space for it. I don't think anything collides there anyway. Not a clue. And let's hook these things up. Okay, there we go. The switch is not connected to anything. That's my fault. And we gotta get off the lift. There we go. You know, that message really does not go away anytime soon, does it? Uh-oh. Something wrong has happened. And I can't tell you why. Wait. Oh. Huh. Weird. Okay. Never mind. The something wrong that happened was not nearly as dire as I thought it was going to be. Alright. So we've got a mostly perfect seal. Goes straight through the suspension. Alright. It works. It's smooth. We're not having any weird sticking issues. It's transforming properly, and we're good. Okay. I'm gonna save it. I'm just gonna save it as the half shell. I don't think I have any... okay, good. It's saved. So I haven't tried turning it yet. Does this turn? Yep. Seems to turn with no issue. Maybe a little bit slower. But that's fine. As long as it turns. Here. Let's turn up the speed on these. As long as it turns, I don't really care. Alright, so we don't have any engines, but this thing turns, it can move. I feel like we've made no progress since the beginning of the episode, apart from just a minor amount of extra space here, which is entirely true. How the hell am I going to get this thing to have that upper shell? Is a mystery to me. I guess we can have kind of the base structure for it start here. Well, I'm gonna put ramps on. Probably shouldn't. But it'll look nicer. Yeah. Always it will have that little crease. Ah, shit. Okay. Let's see. There's 1, there's 2, 3, 4. Ramp. Yeah, I'll fill this thing out better. Honestly, I probably should have expanded this properly. But that's okay, I guess. Alright. So we got these things all in. How do we get the upper shell on this thing? So, I mean, the main issue is... Well, okay, I could weld it... The last time I tried welding these things together, it was a mistake. So for starters, we need to leave this area clear. We also got to figure out what I do with the half shell, because I could go with a really default option. And once this is done, I'd have the half shell either split and we do the exact same thing forwards and backwards, which wouldn't be a terrible idea. Maybe we make it one piece and cut it up based on things. Because unfortunately, there's no way I could have it, like, unfurl without costing a huge amount of time and effort to do minor amounts of something or other. Maybe we'll do the most basic thing. I think I will have to get the driver's seat on the outside, by the way. Here, let's get rid of these braces. We don't need them anymore. Let's just slap it on for the time being. Just the most basic half-shell top we can possibly scrounge up by just welding the pieces together. So let's resave this as the half-shell. Okay. And then let's make another one. Move it over here. Make it transform. And then immediately start cutting off every bit that makes it what it is. That sounds horrifying when I put it that way. Kind of is. Okay. But yeah, what we can do is do that. Yeah, so what I'm just gonna do is weld these two bits together. I might already have... Oh, suspension glitch nonsense. Probably. Okay. Yeah, I can just weld these two halves together, no problem. Presumably. Let's put that in lift. Let's delete you. Paint you. Okay. And of course it's not going to be that easy. Why would it be? Never is. Though I'll admit, actually, I really never know why here. And the problem is... Oh. Yep, not a clue. Alright. Let's delete everything but the most singular block here. This should work. And if it doesn't, I don't know. I'm going to be kind of upset. Okay, there we go. Let's just make sure it's lined up. Awesome. I always get a little bit concerned when it does shit like this and won't weld, because I'm alone in this. I don't have anybody here helping me. And suddenly if I have to... Well, A, I don't want to try and glitch weld on my own. Honestly, I try and stay away from the glitch welding, period. That shit tends to lag the game really bad for whatever reason. And, you know, I prefer to stay away from that, if at all possible. So this is... The sad part is, this is mostly just proof of concept. And I'm probably going to delete this top half shell as we go along. Oh, interesting. One of these sides... Oh. Maybe that's part of the reason why we're having problems. Because they weren't matching. I don't know. Well, let's grab replacements. I'll put them on. I just kind of want to see what this thing's going to look like when it's fully smushed together. And we could also work on the ball mode, though honestly I want to get the transformation done before we get the ball functionality. I don't even know how I want to do the ball. I'm halfway tempted to almost have it spin instead of roll, if that makes sense. Oh, looks like we have a little bit left here. And question. How do we do this? I guess we weld it in this way. Oh yeah, let's save this so I don't have to make a second one. Okay, so we've got the empty half shell. Delete, and let's figure this out. Okay, I guess if we weld from here? Should work? No. Okay, two problems. One, needs to be up more. Two, needs to be on the other side. Okay, so right there. Alright, so it's missing its spikes. I guess I'll just slap them on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so we'll be cutting this free pretty soon. But I figured let's use this to get a kind of look at this thing. Alright, so I mean obviously this part looks okay. Whoa. Okay. I mean, interestingly enough, it actually might just be better if I have the half shell as the top half shell. Ooh. Okay. So we might have to rethink a couple of these things. Interesting idea. What if I actually just had... Instead of these coming up this way, let's have them go in the reverse. Okay, we're gonna have to have 5 go the other direction to compensate. Yeah, so I could actually have the suspension glitch and stuff retreat up into the top shell. So effectively, the ball just kind of expands out legs. It will never be particularly long unless I feel like making the legs. Oh, but this would work. Okay, yeah, that'll be much easier. Oh, we'll have to work on that for the next episode. But yeah, this way we can take this top half shell and just have it more or less arm itself, you know, clamp down on these pipes. So suddenly you have a ball shell thing that goes from, you know, rolling and spinning and whatever to being able to walk around. And maybe I'll figure out some kind of flipper mechanism using... Oh yeah, I could actually do a pretty good flipper mechanism just using these shells here and that. I don't know if it'd actually be that useful, but it would give me a weapon. And that will be our first BattleBot that I try out. Because yeah, I want to try transforming BattleBots. I also want to do a transforming race. I want to do transforming stuff. Damn it, but we'll get there later. Yeah, I will admit, part of this idea is actually pulled from one of the comments. Somebody was suggesting having just the top come up a little bit and have a bunch of legs snake out. But honestly, I think I like this a little bit better. So anyway, I guess this is a great stopping point. So I'll see you guys in the next episode of Scrap Mechanic. Still solo. It's probably going to remain solo for another day or two. We might be filming multiplayer tonight if we're lucky. At which point this might alternate. Me working on this and playing with friends, because I think that could be kind of fun. And kind of ease into both multiplayer and non-multiplayer. Because I really do still enjoy playing this game. And I think playing it alone has seriously improved my, like, desire to play more. Because I'm making cool shit. I'm playing with Legos. There's nothing better than that. It's just a matter of, well, sometimes you just need a refresher alone to have a good time. So anyway, like I was saying, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.